looks like we are ready to do the swap over. So Ozmourn, take it away with Viewfinder.
Mhm. Hello, everyone. My name is Ozmourn, and I just did another Skater Gator 3D run. And now I'm going to be doing a Viewfinder run. It's a very different game. This genre of game that we're about to play is much more my wheelhouse. If any of you have ever seen uh, any run that I've done ever, it's usually of like a first-person puzzle platformer, and this is what this is. And so it's simultaneously going to be more chill than Skater Gator, but also more mind-bending than Skater Gator. And so I'm super excited to show this off. This was a nice indie game that came out in July of this year. Was nominated for Best Debut Indie Game at the Game Awards. It was a pretty huge deal when it came out. And then it really is a wonderful game. And so to help me explain everything that's going to be going on in the run, because there's a lot to explain, I have my wonderful friend Mango with me today. If you want to introduce yourself.
Thank you so much. My name is Mango, or the Masked Mango. I am also a Viewfinder speedrunner, along with a bunch of other um, platformer puzzle games as well. And I'm very excited to be here and commentate with Osmorn and showcase Viewfinder.
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much for being here. Mango was a person that I met pretty recently in the speedrunning scene, but I'm so glad to have them here. And they've shown off runs and marathons before, and so who better to have? If you're ready, Mango, you ready to start the run?
Yeah, whenever you are.
Wonderful. So timing is going to begin once we load into the first level. And then we'll just take it from there. There's a lot to explain and not a lot of time to explain it. So hopefully we'll do our best. So timing is going to begin in three, two, one, go. So as I said, this is a first-person puzzle platform with a very unique mechanic in that every photo that you take can turn into a real object. Any photo that you paste into the environment like that. So anything that you interact with can become real, like so. You can turn the images to and manipulate them however you see fit. And all the objects in the image will also turn real, such as those batteries. And so a mechanic you're going to be seeing me do a lot here is like orienting the photos in a specific way so that any object, like a battery, will fall directly onto the sensor. And depending on like how many batteries like the charging pad needs, that's going to be how much we need to exit the level. And so I'm going to let Mango explain the next few sections here.
Okay, so on this level here, the intended route is to use the bridge to go around the entire map, but since we want to do this fast, of course, we just place the bridge right next to the teleporter and jump go straight across. And then we're using uh, pretty much empty photos of like the sky to destroy the objects that are housing these batteries. And then
Yes.
here's a pretty interesting place where there's a photo inside of the photo. It's like an infinite loop, but something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. And then the simulation crashes.
Yes.
Surprise, surprise, we're in a simulation. And so the way that you make that simulation crash is you either have to get closer to like the end teleporter of that level, or just spawn four photos. And so that's just the fastest way we do that. We're gonna do the beautiful IT solution
Turning
of
off and
turning it
back
on and
again.
turning it on and turning it off and turning it back on again. That movement was a little poor when it came to the button mashing, but you know, it is what it is. Some people do. I know community members who like do it so swiftly, and it's so impressive.
I
There are some,
so
yeah,
much.
yeah. There are some days where I can do it really well, and today was unfortunately not that day. But now that we have finished that, as soon as we see a save icon, we're gonna escape and then just spam enter so we can reset checkpoint, and it'll lead us right out here next to this teleporter, so we can cut out a lot of walking. And now we just finished the level like normal. And so all you have to do is use two platforms here, and that'll give you enough height and distance to make it to the end. And this next level is like it's stuff when it comes to the speedrun, but I do like to define it as a level where the devs just like to flex on you. And so because it's not just realistic photos that can turn into real objects. It's any kind of painting and or photo, such as this. This was like in the demo of the game if you played that, and so when it came out like during Steam Next Fest, and so like it's just a very nice part of the game in which you can see all of the work and talent that and art that goes into this. And so
that was very beautiful. Sorry, I
was.
didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. You're good. Actually, could you explain some like the photocopier mechanics and the stuff we're gonna be doing in this level too?
Oh, definitely. So we're introduced to a new mechanic here, which you can see right here is the photocopier. And by the number indicated on copier itself, shows you how many copies you're allowed to make in the level. But most of the time, we usually only use one or none at all. For example, on this level here, there is a photocopier behind Ozmourn, like behind the corner there, but we just rotate and orient the photo in a certain way that we don't need to use it. It's very
Yeah,
cool.
exactly. It is really cool, and I really like situations like that because like the intended solution of that puzzle is like so long and you have to like walk up a huge flight of stairs, and so it's very nice to have a really cool skip like that. This is a cat. His name is Kate. He is an artificial intelligence that was created within the simulation by a bunch of scientists who were using the simulation as like a way to like test out experiments. And he's going to be following us throughout the entire run. I hope you get attached to him because it will be sad when we have to see him go. And right here, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing that. Essentially, as soon as I passed that third pillar, I was like jamming myself into the corner of the tram as it was moving, because then you were able to clip out. The way that that skip works is essentially when you activate a tram and then it goes into the next loading zone, it'll take you with it, despite the fact that you aren't like directly in the tram, and so you're just consistently voiding out in the loading zone until the tram enters the next hub world. And so because you're not in the tram, when you enter the next hub world, the game will put you at a specific spawn point when you void out, and it just happens to be pretty close to the first teleport that enters to like the first level of the world. And so that's going to be something that we're going to be using throughout every single hub world if possible. Ooh, I don't like that. Right here, we're going to be taking. You want that entire wall to be like disappeared, because otherwise this lineup won't work. You want to line up and have these images create a full picture so that they become real. Much like the game Superliminal, if you've played that, it works with the same like optical illusion kind of mechanics. And then in this level, we're just going to be using another new mechanic. There is a faster way to do this. It's really precise, and a lot of higher level runners do this trick, but it's not something that I'm very well versed in. So instead, we're going to be doing the slightly longer way of just turning on all of the RGB lights and then lining it up to make a perfect image, and then just ending the level like that. But now we are introduced like another mechanic called the standing cameras, and I wanted to see if Mango could explain a few of the newer mechanics that we're going to be seeing here.
Yeah. So as Oz called it, the standing camera we'll be seeing in just a sec here. It's a fixed point that you can take a photo of, and we'll be using 2 photos in this one to create sort of a floor in front of the camera and a floor over to the battery on our right behind us. And when we bring the battery back over, we'll take another photo from the standing camera and duplicate the battery, because this battery pad here requires 2 batteries to be activated.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Perfect. And then, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, and then on this level here, we're going to use the first camera to break through the wall. And then we're going to place a photo here in the wall behind us to take a photo of the teleporter. And then rotate it over and jump right in.
Yes, it's very nice.
It is very
And then,
nice.
yeah,
Always
and
looks very nice.
it is. It's a really good level. And in this next level, it's just reusing mechanics you've already been introduced to. But we do have another nice, like, kind of like cool trick that we're going to be doing, known as like juggling, which is pretty self-explanatory. You just take 2 batteries and then you juggle with them. Usually when a battery is in midair, you can use another battery to like push it. And so that can be beneficial to us, but it's sometimes pretty difficult to do. And sometimes stuff like that happens, where you push it where you don't want it to go. And okay, so right there was actually a mechanic that I'm surprised it took this long in the run for me to do it, but it's just the rewind mechanic like this. You can rewind at any point in the game, and so that's why like this particular like run is pretty marathon safe, because anytime you make a mistake, you can just correct it immediately. And then we're gonna take a picture, have that battery land on that charging pad, and then just that's the end of World 2. That's the last hub, and so we're just gonna enter here and go to World 3. This one has a bit of a different lineup for the tram skip. As soon as the second pillar passes by, we're gonna be looking in this corner, and then we're just going to be going forward and clipping out like that.
Very nice.
Tram, yeah, the tram is gonna be going through. We're gonna be looking this way. It'll go into the loading zone. We're gonna keep waiting out in the loading zone. It'll load into the third hub world, and then we'll void right here into the spawn point. But yeah. So what is there to see in World 3, Mango?
So World 3 is, I'll also say hi to the tram. World 3 is going to introduce us to a very, very useful new mechanic, which would be the camera, which we can use to create or take our own photos instead of relying on the standing cameras or the photos that it gives to us. So that definitely opens a lot of doors for different routing and pathing to take for the speed run.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and in order to get the camera, typically you would have to sit through like a long cutscene, but there is a skip to that. You just grab the camera, rewind, and then grab it again, and suddenly you don't have to watch any cutscene. This pad will take 3. We have 4, but we don't need that many. We just need 3. Plus that last one wouldn't have worked. I cut the battery in half. You need like the whole battery to be there for it to work. But this camera actually unlock a lot of really cool glitches and skips, such as this one when you're really up close to a wall you took a picture of as you're going downwards, and then entering the teleporter like so. And there's a lot of like quick stuff in discussion, so I'm gonna let Mango try to explain a few of the things that we're gonna be seeing here in this level and the next.
Okay. Excuse me. So right here, we're just gonna take a quick photo of the stairs to get up here, and in this level here, this admittedly took me way too long to find. You just have to look straight up. And here we're going to, instead of bringing the batteries to the teleporter, we're going to bring the teleporter to the battery. And I
Work?
think that's too small.
No, it didn't work. It didn't start sparking until I put it on the charging pad. I didn't know. Beautiful.
Nice.
That works.
That works.
Great. But yeah, there's a lot of as people. Sometimes people don't like World 3 because there's a lot to do, but it also makes it pretty fun to do sometimes when you get it right. So we're gonna line our image up here. We took up this arch so that it'll give us a direct path over here to this film, and we're gonna use this last film to take a picture of the exits and have it stand upright, because you do need the exit to be upright in order for it to be properly used. This will work. This isn't the ideal scenario. I probably should angle it up a bit more, but we're going to be taking a picture of the platform and using both batteries, juggling them a bit to get them on here. Perfect. And then this last level right here, we're just going to be killing 2 birds with 1 stone here. And we're going to be taking a picture of the battery and also the last teleporter here, so that we can just put these guys on and then exit the level. Excuse me. We're going to be introduced to some new things here in this next level if Mango wants to explain some of it.
Okay. So this level introduces us to the lever, as well as a couple of other very useful things. So in order to activate the teleporter, instead of batteries here, we need to pull that lever. So we angle the teleporter at a certain point to where Kate will spawn on top of it. And we'll just jump on top of him, flip the lever, and be finished with it. And here, in order to actually keep the power to the teleporter, we need to have the full like connector wire thing in the photo itself. So here we're just gonna do a very somewhat precise jump and flip the switch and jump down and take a picture of the whole thing. And
Yeah.
here's
As
another falling photo here too.
that was long. As Mango mentioned, you do need the whole connection from the lever to the portal in order for it to work. So that's why we wait a good amount before taking the photo. And then in this level, it's another introduction to the pads right here, the standing pads, where you just stand on them and it'll activate a timer. And with that timer, you only have a certain amount of time before the power runs out and the teleporter won't work anymore. And as you can see, the connection to like the teleporter and it's whatever the like the timer and whatever its original source is, like the pad or the lever, it can be disconnected so long as the connection between the timer and the final teleporter isn't disconnected. And so that's like the most important thing right here. And this right here is a good example of that, where you stand on this pad and then we only take a picture of teleporter and the timer and just exit before the timer runs out. And same thing here, where we do this and then we take a picture of the timer as we fall down and then have it exit the portal that is connected to it. This next level is an illusion-based level, but there's not a lot to say in terms of strats, and so if Ruby wants to plug a few things or say anything, she can right now.
Well, nothing immediately right now, but just a reminder that we have a open donation incentive for Bomb Rush Cyberpunk to be unlocked. That is currently sitting at $5 out of $500. Oh, and it looks like we just got a $64 donation from Jason LaRose. This Viewfinder run is hurting my brain. Here's $64. Do the runner and/or couch and/or host have a favorite MC Escher painting? Oh,
Thank you. I don't think I do, but so I do. I am going to explain a big the trick here that we're trying to do. So right here, as you can see, when you walk up to this, when you walk up to that battery, it becomes like a painting. And if you rewind and let go of the rewind on the same frame, that the battery becomes like a solid object, you can walk up to it and it won't turn back into a painting. That's very precise, and I'm surprised that I got it that quickly. And so next here is another version of the tram skip, and this one is actually the hardest one in my opinion. And so we're gonna see if we can get it.
I definitely struggle with
There we
this one a
go.
lot as well. Hey, nice.
My goodness, and I never know which way to look after I do this. No, it was kind of right. Yeah. But there's a few new mechanics here, if you want to explain what they are, Mango.
Okay, yeah. So the blue or purple, I believe, walls and batteries actually do not appear in photographs or are not affected by photographs as well. It's unfortunate. So yeah, Alex can just place the photo pretty much through the wall and onto the battery. Oh, and here we're introduced to another very interesting trick that just hit my hand that I actually didn't fully understand until today, which is the infinite jump, or IJ, which by sitting in the chair and rewinding at the same time, the game sort of tries to do both actions at the same time. And when you rewind, or when you finish the rewind and exit the chair, you'll be teleported back to whatever point the rewind would have put you at. And by exiting the chair, you'll be given an extra jump. And the trick is called infinite jump because you can chain those jumps infinitely. Oh, you got that first try.
Oh
Nice.
my god, we got mug
Let's
launch
go. You got
first
mud
try.
launch first try.
Yeah. So the way that mug launch worked is that for whatever reason, when you like interact with any prop in this game, it like the physics of it becomes weird. So you kind of get launched up in the air with the mug, and it's much more difficult than it looks. And so I'm surprised. We're very glad that we got a first try there.
Yeah,
Um,
that trick has ended many a run for me.
yeah. Oh, beautiful here. As you can see, as Mango mentioned, anything that's like bluish purple will not show up in your camera. So that's pretty useful for us. And they won't like disappear when you paste a photo. And that's a mechanic that gets fleshed out a lot in the speedrun. Which is right here. When we put, instead of bringing the battery to the charging pad, we bring the charging pad to the battery, like so. And we're gonna do a cheeky little skip here, so we don't have to walk up these stairs. And now we're introduced to another mechanic known as the sound, the boom boxes, where there are these sensors with sound in them. That didn't work. Hold on. Give me 1 second. There we go.
There we
Perfect.
go.
So there are these boom boxes behind this wall that we're taking a picture of, and so we're just gonna let them activate and turn on these sensors over here. Is that really what is going on here? There we go.
There we go.
And so they'll activate and turn on the RGB lights, and we can line up to make them into a real photo. Such as right here, we're going to be turning on, and that speaker will activate this sensor right here, and it'll activate the final teleporter. Or in this level, where everything is purple except for this image right here. And so we're just going to be turning on the sensor and then creating a chain, because that sensor turns on another speaker, and that speaker will turn on the final sensor, and allow us to turn on the portal. And we're going to bring this pad that's kind of the speaker right here and bring it much closer to that sensor. And so because that timer is really quick, you can just be a little bit closer to the teleporter right here. And then, of course, in this level, it's pretty much the same mechanic, but this time with a timer. And so we're going to bring this all the way over here and exit the level before the speaker runs out. And then in this level, we're going to be using photocopier right here by twisting that image to the side, using this image, and having it stay upright. We're going to be pasting this first image right here. Hopefully that's enough, and then it's going to activate that. Oh, it needs to be intact. Okay, it's not intact enough. And so let's try that again. We're going to place it like right here, and hopefully we're close enough so that when that like speaker activates the sensor, we can immediately go through the portal. It's like only like a few milliseconds that you have in order to interact with the teleporter before it turns off again, and so it's a much more precise trick than it looks.
Yeah, it's very precise.
Here is another level that I would say is good a time for the host to say anything if she wants to, because it's another level where the devs are just flexing on us with these filters, and of course some boundaries or barriers only exist within certain filters, and so that's like why we're going into different filters. But aside from that, that's pretty much all there is to say about these levels. If Ruby wants to say anything.
Yeah, I will just talk a little bit about our charity this event, Point of Pride. So for Winter Pride 2023, we are raising money for Point of Pride, which is a trans-led 501c3 nonprofit organization, and they've served tens of thousands of people in all 50 states and 100 countries by providing access to gender-affirming health and wellness services. If you'd like to apply for one of Point of Pride's grants or garment programs, get involved as a donor or a volunteer, or just learn more about them, visit pointofpride.org.
Thank you so much, Ruby. Hopefully we can also donate to get the bonus game on our Cyberpunk event. It's going to be a lot of fun to see. This level has a nice skip here where we're going to be we're going to be skipping this red filter entirely, going straight to the blue filter, and then turning on the sensor, and then immediately doing a very precise set of movements so to get to the teleporter as quickly as possible. Thankfully, we got it first try, but as any runner knows, that looked really simple because we just walked towards the end. But as any runner knows, if you mess up on that movement at all, you just have to start it over because it's perfectly timed so that like you can get to that sensor, you get to the teleporter before it turns off. And so if you mess up at all, it's just like not worth it. to keep going.
Yeah, it's always very unfortunate to see that happen.
Yeah, it always is. And here is the weather machine. A bit of a lore update. We were looking for this weather machine because a scientist was experimenting on it in the simulation. And it breaks down in the scene. You have to look at it in order for it to break down. Me and many other runners have learned the hard way, where we pull the lever to turn the machine on, and then we just wait for the cutscene to finish without actually looking at the machine. But the game has a trigger where it will only shut down if you look at the weather machine, which is an annoying thing, but we all learn the hard way.
Yeah, I
That
can
is the case.
absolutely confirm that because my first few runs, I just stare at the door for like 20 or 30 seconds, just waiting for something to happen.
Exactly. This is the only time where tram skip actually isn't faster. As soon as we load into World 5, we're actually going to exit to main menu because it's a different spawn point if we do that, and the spawn point is closer to the portal that we're going to be entering on the next level. There's a lot of mechanics that are going to be introduced in these in World 5 here. Mango, if you want to explain what we're going to be seeing.
Okay, so we're being introduced to a sort of new feature to the standing camera where Ozmourn is going to position himself in a somewhat precise position here in front of the camera. Oh,
Ooh, that didn't work.
that's unfortunate. In order to take a photo of himself, and we will be using that photo to do something very cool in just a bit here.
If you're too close to the camera, it won't take a picture of you.
Oh yeah,
So we're going to see if that works. That works. So you see that black blurry image? That is us. So we can just, anytime that we paste ourselves into the environment, that's what we're going to be seeing. And we're just going to teleport immediately to where we paste ourselves in this humanoid figure. And it also teleports you in the same like orientation that you were looking. So we can look to the left here, and then it'll teleport us looking to the left over at this over at the teleporter. And that actually comes in handy here in this level, or in this first photo we're going to be looking this way, and in the second photo we're going to be looking this way, so that we are looking directly at this battery, and we're looking directly at the battery again as soon as we exit. Okay, we're just gonna, I think this will work.
Yeah, that should work.
Yeah, it should work. And then we're going to, oh wait, but it didn't get the battery in frame. Hold up, let me try that again. That should work. Perfect.
There we go.
And then, boom. We're just going to be exiting the level. There is a puzzle here. Haven't solved it in months. Instead, we can just do that. Excuse me. Instead, we can just do that. Perfect.
Yeah, I've done this puzzle the intended way maybe twice.
Yeah, exactly. And then this level actually has a really cool skip, where we're going to be taking 2 pictures of ourselves. And then with these 2 pictures of ourselves, we're going to be looking up and then immediately pasting both photos, so we can have enough height to get to the end of the level like that. And you need to do it in really quick succession. But now we're introduced to the void camera. Mango, what is the void camera?
The void camera is a very interesting thing where any photograph we take deletes anything that was in the photograph from the world entirely. So that's sort of black void to the left of Ozmourn right now is the frame of the photo that he took to get the battery.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Exactly. For all intents and purposes, this isn't too much different than a regular camera because the voids, like, they don't affect too much in terms of the speedrun. Let me try that again. But it is a jarring thing to look at the first time that you play the game. I will admit, I was kind of jump scared by him. And so in this level, there's a wall behind that wall. We're going to use the wall as a platform instead of a wall to jump over here. Oh, no. What are you doing? Thank you. Is this good? No, I need to reposition this. There we go. That's good. Perfect.
Nice.
We're going to do that again. Going up here, placing this battery on the charging pad, and then going through this area where we pour down the wall. And then here is another interesting series of events. We're going to be taking a picture of the standing camera here. There's two ways we can do this, but this is the way that I prefer. We're gonna let the camera take a picture of that battery over there in the distance, and as soon as it takes a picture, we're also gonna take a picture. But the camera also took a picture of us, so we're going to be doing that and then that, so that both will land near the charging pad, and then you can just exit the level. And then in this puzzle, which is the second to last puzzle of the game, we're going to be turning on that camera, going over here and gaining some distance away from it. Turn around as soon as it takes a photo, and then because we're so far away when we took the photo, we can stand on this pad that'll activate that sensor, that teleporter, and then immediately get to the end as before the timer runs out. We are now at the final level, and I'm going to trust Mango with some commentary while I go through it because it's a pretty fast-paced level that's going to be a lot of focus that I'm going to need to use.
It is a very fast-paced and very stressful level, so I understand. So in this level here, we're given 5 minutes and 10 photographs. So Oz is going to be taking what may seem some random photographs that are not actually random. We'll be using them. This one of the building in particular right at the end of the level. So we're going to be placing this one to walk all the way around the outside of the bridge here. And then that speaker behind us, I believe, yep, is going to be taking a photo of that as well for later. If you take a picture through that wall there, there is a photocopier. So we're going to take a photo of the photocopier and the battery as well. And funnily, you can use the photocopier while it's upside down. It's very funny to me. And this is some other illusion stuff. So the door right there actually turns into a wall. So instead of doing the puzzle the intended way, we just take a photo of the wall next to it and actually use it as a floor here to take another photo of ourselves. So we can go through this blue wall here. And this is the one of the last tricks that we'll be doing, placing the photo right there and the speaker next to that receiver there. And we're inside the last caged area of the last puzzle. So we just skipped that last bit entirely.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
So that is pretty much the end of the game. Timing doesn't end yet. We still have one more cutscene and a bit of walking, and that's it. But here at the end, we do unfortunately need to say goodbye to Kate because Kate unfortunately only exists within the simulation, and we are about to leave the simulation. So he is going to be very sad. He's going to cry, and you should cry too because it's a very emotional moment. And he just wants us to be happy, but unfortunately our time has come to an end. Just gonna click here. And so we're gonna do a bit more gameplay through this section, and then that'll be the run. Everyone say goodbye to Kate as he disappears. Bye, Kate.
Bye, Kate. We love you.
We love you. So I'm gonna be walking through this red path here, and then I'm gonna walk into a tree with a plant. Timing will end when when everything fades to black. So I'm just gonna grab this. Timing will end in about 3, 2, 1, now. All right, that's time.
GG's, us. Very solid run. Very nice.
Solid run. With the amount of practice that I've had recently, in being able to really de-rest this, I think I'm pretty satisfied with that, despite the mistakes, and so I'm pretty good with that run. Yeah, now we've exited the simulation, but for some reason we've brought something out of the simulation, like an actual thing, and so that's kind of leaving on a cliffhanger. I don't know if the devs intend on making another game with Viewfinder after this, but if it does, I hope it incorporates whatever that last scene is. But yeah, thank you so much to Mango for being here and helping me on commentary. I really enjoyed it.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. I had a great time.
Of course.
It's always nice to be on just any marathon situation, especially commentary with a very, very, very talented speedrunner.
Thank you. But yeah, thank you so much to y'all for watching. Thank you so much to everyone at Thunderful and also SOS Games, Saddle Studios, for being really supportive of the speedrunning community as well. Like they're a pretty supportive group. We have devs in our own speedrunning Discord who have been very supportive of the efforts that we've put into this game. And so I highly recommend checking this game out. It's around I think $25 on Steam. I and it's also on PlayStation 5. I don't know if there's any plans on having it in other stores on like GOG or Epic Games, or if it's going to be on console soon. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But there is a console board if you want to do that with a bit of a different timing method. And there's the PC board as well. And so there's also 100% category. There's a lot of other stuff in this game that you should try to figure out for yourself. And also just solve the puzzle casually, because the majority of the puzzle we didn't do in the intended way. And so, yeah, that's all from me. And finally, you can follow me on Twitch, on Ozmourn, Twitter, Ozmourn, any social media. My name is Ozmourn on it, just simple as you see written on screen right now. And as always, thank you so much to Power Up with Pride. You guys, for some reason, don't get tired of me performing at your events, and you for some reason really still like my runs, and it's an honor to run for y'all every time that happens, and I can only hope it keeps happening in the future. I'll always be loving to be in your events so long as you'll have me, but it's an honor to run for y'all, really. Thank you so much.
Listen, as soon as you stop submitting amazing runs, we won't take them.
Fair. That's fair, yeah. Thank you so much to everyone for watching, and we'll hand it off to you, Ruby, for the rest of for the intermission. Yeah.
All right. Thank you again so much to Ozmourn and Mango for that fantastic run. We are going to go ahead and get set up for our Phantasy Star 4 Profound Distortion run. So give us just a bit for that. All right, everyone. That is going to be it for me tonight on the hosting shift. Thank you so much for sticking around with me. I will be back tomorrow around 3 p.m. Eastern, but until then, I leave you in the extremely capable hands of Sporadic Erratic. So thank you so much. Take it away.
You are so kind, Ruby. You did a fabulous job. I am so happy to be here. If you are just joining us, everybody, welcome the hecky in to Power Up with Pride Winter 2023. I am your host, Sporadic Erratic, and we are here raising funds for Point of Pride. That's our new charity this time around. Let me tell you a little bit more about Point of Pride. They are a trans-led 501c3 nonprofit organization, and they've served tens of thousands of people in all 50 states and 100+ countries by providing access to gender-affirming health and wellness services. The money we raise will go to Point of Pride's various support programs, such as, this is really cool, their HRT Access Fund, which is a scholarship-like program that provides 12 months of free medical care for trans folks seeking gender-affirming hormone replacement therapy. That's HRT via Point of Pride's telehealth partners. They're just an amazing charity. So please, if you have the funds, please consider getting your donations in. Do remember that we have all kinds of lovely incentives that you can click on as well when you're getting those donations in. Let me check what we have open right now. Oh my gosh, we're raising funds for the bonus game tomorrow. Bonus game number 1, Bomb Rush Cyberfunk. If you haven't seen this game, I hope any Jet Set Radio fans in the chat, please sound off. So Bomb Rush Cyberfunk is a spiritual successor, just an amazing game that kicks my butt. 5 ways to Sunday. I want to see somebody take it apart. Please get those donations in. We are looking for $500 to unlock that, and we're sitting at 55 now. I mean, it's gonna happen in the afternoon tomorrow, so y'all have some time, but why not unlock it ahead of time so then we can start unlocking other incentives? We also have the Easter egg song showcase going in D4DJ. Let me get that whole game title for y'all. It is D4DJ Groovy Mix. We are looking to unlock the Easter egg song showcase in that. I have heard amazing things about this Easter egg song showcase. I heard that it ranges from like Sailor Moon to like Pop Team Epic. Actually, what a spread! That incentive just opened up, so we don't have any donations towards that one yet. We're looking for $250. That one is coming up right as it's right before or after. I'm gonna check the schedule again. I'm gonna get this right for y'all. It's coming up right before that bonus game, so we need to raise $500 for the bonus game. Well, okay, we need to raise $445 for the bonus game, and also $250 for the Easter egg song showcase. But both of those are tomorrow. I wholly believe that we can do it. You all have already raised $2,234 for Point of Pride. Y'all are amazing. Anyway, I hope you're hyped for the next game. I hope you're hyped for Phantasy Star 4 Profound Distortion. I know I am. I wanna check in and see how we're doing with that. Okie dokie. Well, I want to know how y'all are feeling right now. Let me tell you, my day has been amazing. I got a sandwich. It was an excellent sandwich, and I got the sandwich delivered, and there was a cookie error in my favor. I ordered 1 cookie. I got 2 cookies. It's a 2-cookie kind of day. Things are going well. Yeah, right, that free cookie. to pay that 2 cookie energy forward. I have not eaten both of the cookies yet, okay? 2 cookies is a lot. You got to spread that out over some time. I have hosting energy. I don't have, like, Cookie Monster energy. Y'all, I have a donation here from Corundum Core for $50 who says, thanks everyone for a great marathon so far. Also, I heard a rumor. Let me know if it's true. Chat, are y'all cute? Less than 3. Chat, are y'all cute? I'm waiting. I feel like we got a mostly cute. Always cute. Marrying cute. Not cute. We have a variety of levels of cuteness in the chat, and I love it. Oh, very specific. Okay, you'll be cute tomorrow, cute today. Cute all the days. I want to give some shout-outs to my demisexuals in chat. I want to shout out the merch that we have. You guys are probably looking at it right now. You guys are well, yeah, you guys are probably looking at it right now, all the cool shirts that we have. And I just want to say that there is a shirt with like a bunch of flags on it, and the demisexual flag was on there, and like I actually teared up a little because we get forgotten like a lot. We get left out. We're under the ACE umbrella. And so a lot of the time we're kind of like an afterthought. Our flag is kind of a rearrangement of the ACE flag. So seeing the demisexual flag on there really meant a lot to me. This event really means a lot to me. I'm really, really happy to be able to be here and help to raise some funds for Point of Pride. They're really fantastic charity. Thank you so much for all those bits. Yeah, love seeing that Demi Pride in the chat. All right, I think we are pretty close to, if not, ready to go. Are y'all hype? Y'all hype for Phantasy Star 4 Profound Distortion 5-character boss hunt with classes? I'm actually really hyped to find out what this category is. Hey-oh. It is a Phantasy Star 4 randomizer. I'm so excited. You know, I was talking about that merch. I wasn't telling you where to go. We have mugs, t-shirts, tote bags, hoodies. They're all in support of Point of Pride. You can type !merch in chat to get links to both the Winter Pride 2023 store and the Point of Pride store that have that shirt and many more that I was talking about. The store is really cool. You should definitely check it out. There are so many different options. Like it says, you can get the designs on a shirt or a mug or a tote bag. I'm a big idiot for tote bags, so